Cordões, vamos aqui continuar na prática. A gente descobriu umas coisas, mas a gente ainda tem muita dúvida e as coisas que a gente descobriu, eu não sei explicar, mas causa a sensação que as personagens ou realmente não sabem muito bem o que fazer, ou que elas nem se importam muito. Isso eu tô achando um pouquinho, eu não sei, meio estranho disso em Sumeru, né? Então, tipo, sei lá, elas sabem que a Narida tem algum problema, ela tá presa em algum lugar ou algo assim. E elas aparentemente não se importam. A galera também, tipo, foi totalmente manipulada e parece que elas não tratam isso com o grau de urgência que necessariamente isso tem. O que que ela tá falando, meu Deus?
Please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience.
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. It appears that you're not in. In that case, please go to Port Ormos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to
logo
see
vi.
the two
Eu
of you in
desconfiei.
action.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often. Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't. From when she said, Ad Astra. So it's been you this whole time? Are you? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since.
Isso também eu tô achando bem legal. Achei ela bem poderosa e eu gostei dessa coisa assim dela ter poderes de mente e tal. Acho isso bem legal.
In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Night of Flowers, raised. You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to. Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you? No! We aren't pitying you. That would only make everything. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homayani's. Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, but for the moment, our top focus should still be. Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme? So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the Sage's activities. Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna. Let's continue our chat here. Okay, so do you have any idea? Actually, I've already done a little bit of work. No way, that's too risky. You mean it'd be too easy to get No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocents. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals.
Nossa, um pouco acaba sendo verdade. Não tinha pensado nisso.
I've already tried that. But all the key members of the Academia, it seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against. Have you already caught the Sage? I'm guessing not yet. But distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention. In any case, I probably.
Ué, mas aí se não é esse, o outro que sobrou também é violento?
We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about. After all, every. Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep it. According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motion. Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take it. Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to... You're saying we should recruit a spy? Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhena.
Ai, gente, ele de novo. Achei a missão dele tão... da outra vez. Meio
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember? Setaria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the... We ran into her basically every time. Paimon still remembers the smug... I've always... She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic... Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. The name Setaria means star. When she lived later on, she was soon after. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such as... But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
Ai, gente, tô achando tudo meio... Confesso que... Ai, o Sumeru tá me decepcionando um pouquinho. Tô achando as coisas meio... Ai, sei lá, uma condição ruim. Muito maçuda, assim, meio... maçante. Uma coisa... Tá meio desinteressante.
But before she realized it, she had already become the sages of right. We must somehow... That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, from my past observations... Setaria will take a day off from the acad tomorrow afternoon. Just happens to be a shop to prepare. Let's go check out some of her favorite spots and have a quick chat.
É que, tipo assim, as missões são meio que nada a ver. Sumeru, como eu falei, acho que tá muito ligada às próprias pessoas. E aí, no começo, assim, quando era com o Orelhão e com a Collie, até ok. Mas agora... também, assim, tipo, ai, sei lá. Tá meio chata as pessoas, não sei explicar, sem graça. Não tá legal de ver, de acompanhar, de fazer. O diálogo grandão. Tá bem ruimzinho.
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over the divine voice of wisdom? Often echoes between mine ears.
Huh? Really?
Shh. My friend here has some doubts regarding...
It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of...
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro.
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Love prospects? The god, one who is fated to cross your path, will
Eita.
appear on Harut, Marut, did you two...
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably...
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix...
Is that so? Well, that can...
If you
Ué,
were
gente,
to
é
bring some
perda de
food
tempo. A gente vê
offerings
aqui a
for
menina
Harut and
charlatã, não sabe merda nenhuma. Não entendi.
Is this another one of Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helps Setaria a lot when I start talking with him. Listen...
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically...
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some...
Speaking of...
I suppose you could say
Ah,
it
não,
all
mentira, que a gente
started with my
vai
dad.
vir um por um e a
After
galera ainda
that, I
vai
began making
contar um
pottery
monte
by
de coisa.
myself in secret. And I simply changed trades when my works turned out well.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg.
I see. Wait, I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods...
This should be our final stop. Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working. Nahida, it's my duty to protect Samaria's citizens.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh?
So, if I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru but I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars. And I'm continuing to study and perform.
What an admirable spirit.
Sure.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time,
I see. Yes, that makes sense.
Thank you so much.
So, was that Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces. What's the point of all the information we've collected? Sataria's already used to avoiding her problems. So I remember you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormuz are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection although it's all just a boatload of nonsense. The faith of her homeland may turn— Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to take it— Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages. Well, King Deshret is long gone. And Sataria is also too smart. If we simply engaged her under the guise of King Deshret's believers, she would definitely— But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk— So, you—
Oh, no. Tá, mas aí, caramba, ela foi muito inteligente. Ah, isso é um belo do plano.
To the faith. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure. So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't
Aí
slip
ela
up
foi
and
bem
break
inteligente
form.
mesmo.
Exactly. So, best of luck with— Huh? Best of luck? That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an—
Ué, mas aí a gente que vai ficar com a parte difícil. Ih, gente, pior que eu não prestei atenção em nada. Tô ferrado também. Nem sei como é que eu vou fazer isso. Vou na intuição, né?
It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to— if it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone. Alright, then—
Why not keep me company for a while? There'll be plenty of time for work later.
Here she comes. Sataria's here. Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her, as for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what— Paimon's— Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot.
Nossa, que legal! E ficou muito igualzinho aquele jutsu da Ino, daquela menina do Naruto. Acho que é Ino, sei lá o nome. Olha, muito igual!
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me is a very... Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, Of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your...
Okay then. You just seem strange. Your cats seem pretty work. I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties.
Mentira, que a Aurora vai
What
fazer
are their
pergunta.
names
Não
again?
faço a menor ideia, não presta atenção em nada. Ai, vou chutar.
That's right. They're just little darlings, aren't they?
So, which...
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel...
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over.
I hear you. No problem at all.
Vixe, ai meu Deus, e agora? Vou colocar, acho que a primeira, acho mais realista, né?
The gods are asking, Sitaria, why haven't you...
Why haven't I gone home?
Sitaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question.
I'm sorry. I know And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me...
King Deshret? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can King Deshret still exist in real—
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon... I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Caraca, ela desconfiou. Mas é porque deu pra ver a cabeça da Paimon mesmo toda hora aparecendo.
Ooh, she just ran off in a... Well done. Sitaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core. Aw, Nahida. All I know are some abstract Harava-taught theories. In any case... Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and...
Tá, gente, agora provavelmente a gente vai fazer isso com todos, então eu não vou gravar. Até daqui a